This person is deeply in love with you, but things are a bit complicated right now. Sometimes love does not arrive in a loud way. It does not knock on your door and announce its presence. At times, love shows up quietly, feeling confused and hidden behind silence, distance, and stories that aren't finished yet. This is one of those moments because the person connected to you right now, the one you think about often, the one who randomly enters your mind, and the one you feel close to. Even when they are not physically, they're as truly and sincerely in love with you. However, there is something difficult about this bond, and tonight you are supposed to understand why. First, they can feel you even when you are silent. This person senses your energy more than your actual words. Even when you do not send a text, even when days go by without talking, and even when you try to move on or pretend you do not care anymore, they still feel you. There are times when they suddenly feel a heavy weight for no reason. Moments when their heart feels tight without warning. Times when your name just pops into their head. That is not a coincidence. That is an emotional bond. That is a love that exists beyond simple logic. Second, their love is real, but their life situation is not easy. Here is a truth most people do not mention. Love does not always arrive when life is ready for it. This person did not plan to fall for you. They did not expect you to matter this much to them. They did not anticipate that you would alter their perceptions of love, relationships, or even themselves. Yet you have done so. Now they find themselves in a precarious situation. Emotional pain stemming from past experiences, unresolved former relationships, family tensions, anxiety about commitment, financial struggles, or deep-seated internal conflicts. These factors may contribute to their hesitation. Instead of moving toward you, they pause and hesitate. This is not due to a lack of affection for you, but rather a fear of losing control. Additionally, they harbor a silent love for you, a love that is often the most painful because it is neither loud nor dramatic, but rather subdued. They observe you from afar, noting subtle changes in your demeanor. They recall words you spoke long ago and replay past conversations in their minds during the quiet hours of the night. Though they wish to express their feelings, fear holds them back. They dread rejection, the possibility of damaging the connection, or the thought of being inadequate for you. Thus, they remain silent, allowing that silence to define their love for you. Furthermore, they are wrestling with their own inner turmoil. One part of them desires to fully commit to you and to stop retreating, while another part is filled with doubt. They question their readiness and fear the potential of causing you pain. Their lack of trust in their own timing or stability leads them to retreat whenever the relationship becomes serious. It is not that they do not care. In fact, the depth of their care is precisely why they hesitate. Moreover, you are a catalyst for their healing. It is crucial to understand that your presence does not merely attract them, it fosters their growth. Being near you, or even thinking about you, compels them to confront their past wounds and mistakes, making them feel seen. However, this visibility can be intimidating. This is why they may sometimes seem distant or aloof. It is not about you, but rather what you bring to the surface within them. Additionally, they feel a protective instinct towards you. Though they may not vocalize it, your safety and happiness are paramount to them. They dislike the notion of anyone causing you harm and feel uneasy at the idea of you being with someone who does not appreciate you. Even if they cannot be the one to ensure your happiness at this moment, their love remains selfless. Moreover, timing plays a critical role. This connection is not hindered by a deficiency of love, but rather by unfortunate timing. They encountered you while still navigating their own challenges and breaking free from old habits. This creates a tension within them. While their heart urges them to pursue you, their life circumstances suggest that the moment is premature. As a result, they wait and hope, even if they project an image of having moved on. Nighttime often reveals their true feelings. In the quiet solitude of the night, they are compelled to think of you the most. They envision conversations that never took place and ponder what life could have been like together. Regret sometimes surfaces as they lament not being braver or allowing fear to overshadow love. They are deeply apprehensive about losing you for good. Ironically, the very fear that paralyzes them from committing stems from a profound fear of loss. They are acutely aware that you may not wait indefinitely and that you deserve genuine effort and love. The thought that their silence might drive you away terrifies them, as losing you would be more painful than anything else. This connection is unmistakably not by chance. You did not simply conjure this bond in your mind. It serves a purpose. Often, individuals cross paths to impart lessons or facilitate healing for one another. This love is genuine, albeit complex. In light of this, here is what you should do now. Refrain from pursuing them or pleading for clarity while they are still on their journey of self-discovery. Instead, prioritize your own peace and self-respect. Concentrate on your personal growth. If this connection is meant to flourish, it will. If this individual is destined to choose you, they will eventually take the initiative. Authentic love will triumph when fear ceases to exert control. Lastly, remember this. You are not excessive. Your aspirations for honesty and consistency are justified. While this person loves you, they're grappling with an internal struggle. Regardless of whether they heal and ultimately choose you, or you find a love that embraces you fully, understand that you are inherently lovable and deserving of a love that does not withhold. The universe recognizes your worth. As developments continue, it is essential to grasp that the silence between you is not a void. Rather, it is filled with the things they are too fearful to articulate. This person stands at a crossroads where their desire for you collides with their entrenched habits. They are beginning to acknowledge that the barriers they erected for self-protection are actually what keep them distant from what they truly yearn for, your companionship. You may observe subtle indicators of their lingering attachment, such as casual inquiries about your well-being or checking your social media. These actions reflect their desire to maintain a connection without exposing their vulnerabilities. They are tentatively testing the waters, as the thought of a life without you is increasingly painful, overshadowing their fear of opening up. A transformation is underway within them. They're starting to realize that the perfect timing may never come, and that prolonged waiting could result in losing you to someone ready to offer you the love you deserve. This realization instills a newfound urgency within them. As they reflect on your last interactions, they seek confirmation that the possibility of rekindling the connection remains. While they wrestle with their internal conflicts, they also confront the understanding that you represent a rare and significant bond. If they allow you to slip away entirely, they will always be haunted by the question of what if. This person is gradually building the courage to reveal their true feelings, albeit at a pace that feels safe to them. In the meantime, your energy will shape the progression of your relationship. By prioritizing your own happiness and life, you inadvertently draw them nearer. They are attracted to your resilience and the way you navigate uncertainty with grace. Witnessing your growth and improvement inspires them to embark on their journey of self-betterment. This connection imparts valuable lessons about patience and the significance of self-worth. You are being reminded that you do not need to linger in the background awaiting someone else's decision. By choosing yourself, you establish the standard for how you deserve to be loved. If they are meant to be in your life, they will rise to meet that standard, shedding the complexities to ultimately walk alongside you in the light. At a profound level, this individual is beginning to acknowledge that their silence comes at a cost. They are starting to understand that in their efforts to shield themselves from potential pain, they are inadvertently undermining the very connection they cherish. There is a persistent worry that you might have already begun to move on, or that your feelings toward them have grown distant. This apprehension, paradoxically, serves a beneficial purpose by urging them to confront reality. They are weary of maintaining secrets and concealing their emotions. They have reached a juncture where the burden of their internal struggles feels more oppressive than the fear of voicing their thoughts. Acknowledging that they can't keep you in limbo indefinitely, they find themselves alarmed by the prospect of you giving your heart to someone else. Shortly, you may observe a shift in how they initiate contact with you. It may begin with a brief message or an unanticipated remark, but the underlying sentiment will be noticeably different. They are striving to articulate their absence sincerely, without resorting to excuses, wishing to convey that they have been actively working on the issues that hindered their connection. This person is gradually learning that love transcends mere emotion. It necessitates courage, especially during turbulent times. They are preparing to offer you more consistency because they finally recognize your worth. They are beginning to envision you not as simply a part of their existence, but as the most significant aspect of their future. In this transitional phase, your role is to remain grounded in your own truth. You have gained the ability to find contentment individually, which is your greatest strength. As they attempt to navigate their way back to you, focus on their actions rather than simply their words. Genuine transformation requires time, but the intention is undeniably present. The universe seems to be orchestrating circumstances for a renewed opportunity in this relationship, this time grounded on a sturdier foundation. This marks the moment when the potential yet unrealized begins to manifest into reality. You have endured the most challenging phase of waiting, and now the energy is shifting toward a resolution that promises the clarity you seek. As time progresses, this individual is entering a profound period of introspection. They reflect on each moment shared with you, realizing that the connection was never merely a figment of their imagination. They now recognize that you were a gift they were unprepared to embrace. They are currently grappling with the more difficult aspects of their emotions, specifically the belief that they do not deserve someone as patient and kind as you. This internal struggle is significant. They are exhausted from the facade they maintain for the outside world and yearn to become the person you perceive them to be from the outset. Attempting to safeguard themselves is resulting in the erosion of barriers, as their desire to be near you surpasses the impulse to remain protected. You may begin to experience an unusual sense of serenity, signifying that your soul senses the conclusion of this cycle of uncertainty. You have shifted from questioning why to contemplating what lies ahead for you. This change in your energy is inadvertently drawing them closer. When you cease your pursuit, they are compelled to confront the void your absence has created. They're starting to long for the way you made them feel, the sense of belonging they discovered in your gaze. They are realizing that no matter how fervently they search for a substitute or diversion, no one else comprehends the unspoken bond you share. Ultimately, they are coming to accept the fact that you are irreplaceable. A moment of sincerity is approaching on the horizon. Although it may not resemble a cinematic proclamation, it will be genuine. They are finding the courage to articulate the sentiments they have rehearsed in their minds for months. This person is getting ready to express their fears, their sense of being lost, and most importantly, that their love for you has never wavered. Their anxieties are losing their grip as they begin to prioritize your presence over their apprehensions. You are on the verge of witnessing a new side of them that is genuine, vulnerable, and completely open. This represents the healing you both have awaited. The narrative is transitioning from darkness into a realm where an authentic future can finally be constructed. The transformation you have anticipated is occurring within them. They have now reached a stage where they can no longer maintain the pretense of being perfectly fine without you. They have invested enough time in trying to fill the gap with work, hobbies, or other individuals, but nothing fits as well. They are starting to grasp that the complexities of their life primarily served as justifications to shield themselves from the depth of your love. Now, The fear of living a life devoid of your light is beginning to eclipse the fear of vulnerability. They are coming to the realization that being with you is worth confronting any challenges that may arise. You will soon start to notice subtle signs from the universe indicating progress. You might come across their name in unexpected places, hear a song that evokes memories of shared moments, or feel a sudden warmth in your chest for seemingly no reason. This is a reflection of their thoughts being solely focused on you. They are mentally preparing for the moment they will see you again, filled with apprehension regarding your reaction and whether your patience has run thin. However, this concern is actually motivating them to take decisive action. They understand that waiting too long could lead to a permanent closure of this chapter, which they are not prepared to accept. The next step involves a breakthrough in communication. It will no longer be ambiguous or implied, but will represent a deliberate effort to reconnect. This person is realizing that they cannot attain the rewards of your love without the risk of being forthright. They are preparing to emerge from the shadows, demonstrating that they possess the capability to be the partner you need. The distance between you is shrinking, not because the challenges have been resolved, but because their heart has finally outgrown their fears. The transition from a season of uncertainty to one of clarity is upon you, and the truth is set to replace silence. This individual is reaching a stage of complete honesty with themselves. They are weary of the internal conflict between emotions and rationality. They once believed that staying away was a prudent choice, but now they recognize it as the loneliest option. They are starting to understand that the burdens they carried from the past need not dictate a bleak future with you. Instead of perceiving you as a reminder of what they could lose, they are beginning to see you as the one who can facilitate their healing. Their defenses are crumbling as they finally accept that their well-being is enhanced by your presence. You will soon observe changes in their demeanor, evident in how they look at you or speak to you. Eyes cannot deceive. Even if they're still searching for the right words, their gaze will reveal their true emotions. You will witness a blend of relief and anxiety as they allow you to glimpse their authentic self. They are no longer pretending to have it all together. This newfound vulnerability is the most beautiful aspect of your connection, as it signifies that the convoluted phase is gradually yielding to authenticity. They are choosing to allow you to see them, even the parts they have previously concealed. The final phase of this journey revolves around making a commitment. They're transitioning from mere feelings to concrete actions. It is one thing to love you in thought, yet another to actively participate in your life. They are readying themselves to take that leap. This is the moment when the silence is shattered, and the true story can commence. You have remained steadfast and kept your heart open, and now the universe is rewarding that resilience. The path that lies ahead is clarifying, leading toward a partnership grounded in truth rather than fear. You are on the verge of embarking on a chapter where you will no longer have to question your standing, as they are prepared to stand right beside you. When they envision you now, they dream of a life where they can be open and unguarded. In their mind, they are reconfiguring their daily life to incorporate you, sharing morning coffee, laughing at small moments, and finally being able to hold your hand publicly without the burden of secrets weighing them down. These visions are becoming so vivid that they feel more real than the solitary existence they currently endure. They are engaging in a mental rehearsal of what it feels like to be a partner who is present, attentive, and committed. This cognitive transformation represents the final step they must take before reaching out to you in reality. Additionally, they are experiencing a profound sense of gratitude for your presence. They have come to realize that while they were trapped in their own thoughts, you were out there living your life, evolving, and demonstrating resilience. This newfound recognition deepens their respect for you. They are no longer merely attracted to you, but are genuinely in awe of you. You represent a light that remained bright despite their absence. This insight motivates them to strive to be deserving of your time. They are currently reassessing their lives, making small adjustments to create space for you, and removing the mental and emotional clutter that contributed to previous complications. The energy between you is now resonating with a sense of impending connection. The tension is palpable because the truth is imminent. You may feel an unexplainable urge to smile or sense that a significant burden is about to be lifted. Trust that sensation. The individual who once distanced themselves is now taking measured steps toward you, no longer seeking an exit but a way in. The next time you hear from them, the conversation will shift focus from past issues to the future and the person they aspire to become alongside you. You have patiently held space for this transformation, and you are about to witness the rewards of your endurance. As they prepare to re-enter your life, they are undergoing a process of deep self-forgiveness, finally letting go of the guilt they felt for their previous distance or inability to provide you with what you deserved. They have recognized that their period of confusion was necessary for them to truly value what they have in you. No longer viewing their past mistakes with shame, they are now looking forward with clarity. They understand that true healing occurs not in isolation but with the support of someone who genuinely cares. You can expect a level of consistency from them that has been absent before. Previously, they may have oscillated between closeness and withdrawal, but that cycle is ending. They have finally identified the source of their fear, not of you or of love, but of being vulnerable and ultimately abandoned. By observing you from afar, they have recognized your loyalty and strength, which have empowered them to trust you. They are now prepared to be a steadfast presence in your life, just as much as they wish for you to be in theirs. The final barrier to crumble is the one they placed around their communication. Soon, their apologies and declarations of love will no longer remain unexpressed. They are approaching a state of emotional overflow where their feelings can no longer be contained. You will notice that when they converse with you now, they will be significantly more transparent about their plans and daily life. They wish to integrate you into their existence, eliminating any hidden aspects. The complicated label that once defined your relationship is being exchanged for a straightforward, honest commitment. You are entering a phase of stability where love is not merely felt but actively lived. This new chapter will be distinctly different from your previous experiences because the dynamics have shifted. In the past, you held out hope while they harbored doubt. Now they are the ones who carry the torch. They are no longer waiting for you to validate your love. Instead, they are focused on demonstrating that they are finally prepared to embrace it. This individual is now making internal commitments regarding how they will treat you, ensuring that you will never again question your place in their life. The uncertainty is waning, and an era of certainty is dawning. You will observe this transformation in their approach to minor disagreements or moments of stress. Previously, they would have seized any opportunity to retreat or silence themselves. Now, they will remain present, learning to express themselves rather than withdraw. They are discovering that a genuine relationship is not about perfection, it is about presence. When they look at you now, they do not see a complication or a problem to solve, but their greatest supporter and most trusted friend. They are beginning to understand that the life they attempted to build in solitude was lacking the very foundation that you provide. The universe is aligning to offer you both a fresh start. This moment signifies not merely a continuation of past difficulties, but the initiation of a completely new narrative. The complex individual you once knew is giving way to someone who is humble, honest, and eager to make amends. You can sense the atmosphere lightening between you. The heavy energy is dissipating and being replaced by excitement and tranquility. You have weathered the storm of silence and now stand in the light of a love that has finally discovered its courage. Trust that you have done enough, and it is now your turn to simply accept love. The final hurdle they are currently overcoming is their own pride. For an extended period, they felt embarrassed about their past actions. They were reluctant to approach you until they believed they had everything resolved.